Okay, so the GoPro then, well, the GoPro Hero, my first GoPro, it is really good during the daytime, all right? But it's kind of bad during the nighttime. I didn't do enough research regarding to this. I should have do more research regarding to all aspect of GoPro, but I was kind of under the impression of that GoPro is probably one of the best camera for shooting action videos. All right, so then I kind of have an expectation of its nighttime performance will be just as good as the daytime, or at least be as good as my smartphone, maybe. And it turned out the nighttime performance isn't very good. So that is one of the disappointment of the GoPro Hero. But during the daytime, or at least if there's enough light in any way, shape or form, nighttime too, as long as you have enough light, you'll be really good. But in any situation when there's enough light during the daytime, or if you have a decent thing of lighting to go with recording, then you will get a really good stabilization. Oh my god, the stabilization is so good. I was able to hook it onto my backpack, set on my backpack, and then just sort of facing forward and riding on my bicycle. I don't need to do much of anything. I turn the thing on, it's perfectly still. I don't need to use any stabilizer. I don't need to hold it tight or anything like that. So GoPro 8 is really good for that sort of stuff. In any settings, I can set it to 30 frame. It will look amazing. I set it to 24 frame. It look amazing. I set it to 60, which is my favorite kind of setup. 4K, 60 frame. Doesn't matter if it's a high bit rate, low bit rate, both look good. High bit rate looks so good during the daytime when you do this sort of recording. Well, it is really good. So that means it is so good. The file size is so large that my 64 gigabyte of SD card that comes with the GoPro when I bought it, it doesn't have enough space to record more than a couple of hours of content. I was expecting it to be able to record more, so I turned down the specs. I turned down the resolution, I turned down the frame rate, I turned on the quality, and I'm hoping that I can be able to get a smaller file. And I was able to get a smaller file. I was able to record a little longer, but the problem with that is the quality just wasn't there. So then you want to get the quality, it is high performance 4K video, which it's a little hard for my laptop to do editing with. Well, there's a way to do it, but it's just in general, without thinking, throw it in. Yeah, it's a high quality 4K, so you sort of require a bit of high performance system to do the editing with. Other than that, the app for GoPro is pretty good. It works a lot better on iOS devices than it is on my Android smartphone. It works, but then it works some of the time. It doesn't work all the time, which that annoys me, because it finds the camera. I wanted to show preview of the camera, so I was able to put my GoPro somewhere else, and I was able to see from my phone. It works sometimes, but many other times it just wouldn't connect. Keeps spinning, the icon keeps spinning, doesn't connect. But then I was using my iPad, the 2017 iPad. It just works flawlessly. So it's one of those things. You'll work with Android and iOS, but it seems to be working better with iOS. Of course, I can't say. I didn't use it enough with the iPad. Maybe I used a few more times, it will be just the same. Never know, but that's my experience so far. Just thought I'd like to mention it. So GoPro is really good. As long as you have a way to mount it, and standing position, enough lighting, it will do really high quality, really stable videos. And it can also do pretty decent photos as well. Some people use it for nighttime photography. I haven't done that yet, but I have been trying taking some pictures, and it's able to capture things really well. So taking photos really good. But I'd like to mention about the time-lapse. The time-lapse function is so good. I mean, look at this thing. I was able to do a longer drive of doing a time-lapse video, and then GoPro is able to automatically determine how many seconds in between that it should take a photo for the time-lapse. So then it makes the whole video looks really cool without you to worry about any sort of settings. So that it's amazing. So then my GoPro 8 has media mod, which is what I'm using right now. The media mod has got a stereo directional microphone built in, and that microphone, it's really good. I've been using it for various settings, including videos at work. I can show a little bit of clip here. This is the G60. This is a mobile handheld for inspection purposes, because it's got thermal cameras in the back, and then you see this antenna. That antenna is analog walkie-talkie. It also supports a software walkie-talkie, so it's perfect for inspection solution. It also got explosion-proof certification. This device won a lot of awards, including the Rig Dot Award. And
so here we have the Elite 1270 connected to full 1080p screens, and now it is running a 3D benchmark program to showcase its outstanding performance.
It's really good for that. It's really good recording the video as well. This video here was sort of messed up. The audio recording, we forgot to use the little microphone. And then I was able to use the GoPro recording, and it sounds really good. At least it sounds adequate for what I need to do, and that's really good. The media mod directional microphone is good, and the GoPro is able to set it to phone recording only, or the yeah, that's my dash cam making that noise. Can turn it off. Anyway, so the media mod, the microphone, the GoPro can set it to the front-facing microphone, or set it to the rear-facing microphone, or you can turn both on for stereo, and it's really good. It's really useful depending on what you need to do. When I'm on the bicycle, when I'm outside, you can record audios really well as well in that setting. So I'm really happy with the media mod. The media mod is pretty cool. You can connect another microphone to the 3.5 millimeter jack for better. Oh, come on! For those of you that doesn't know what it said, it's basically, my dash cam is basically saying there is a speed camera coming up. The speed limit is 50. It's very annoying, always turns on, but whatever. So yeah, you can put 3.5 millimeter jack of microphone with the media mod. So if you have a better setup, you can use that. And the media mod, it's got two what do you call those things where you can hook up the light and the microphone, those square looking whatever attachment, those slots. I wish I know the name of it. Anyway, it has two of those. So I was able to buy smaller LED lights for this kind of stuff. Now I was able to set up like a Frankenstein kind of lighting situation with the GoPro 8, that I don't necessarily need to bring really big lights out when I'm doing videos. Depending on what you need to do, that's enough lighting to focus on certain things. So yeah, what else? Oh, the Type C connectivity. And I kind of mentioned about the micro HDMI. So you can connect HDMI to a monitor, right? And then by default, it was set as some kind of a media mode. So then you swipe the GoPro screen, even though you can't see it, you swipe it and you'll see it on this monitor. And then you're able to navigate for the media as it's already been recorded. You can check out your videos on the television or stuff like that. Now, you can also set it as just a monitor for your recording. So you can basically set up a portable monitor and have it take it to go in a more professional setup. That way you can see literally what you're shooting instead of using the very small screen on the GoPro itself. So I thought that's really good. But I haven't been able to set up my 13-inch portable monitor yet. Probably gonna take a bit of work in order to do something like that, but no, you could. Now, Type-C connectivity is really good. You can connect a power source of sorts, rather if it's a charger, or you can use a power bank to power GoPro to help the battery. Basically, the battery in GoPro will only run about an hour. You'll dry out about an hour. I have two batteries. I mean, fine, you can use two batteries for. You can have two batteries swap out to each other. That's fine. You get 2 hours of content, but you can also connect power to it. Then you don't need to worry about changing the battery. So that is great. You need that. I mean, before this point, all of my cameras, right? My Canon, my other cameras, you can only do these kind of things one way. So you can shoot the video, sure, and you can shoot a video, but you can charge and shoot a video at the same time with the Canon, for example. Smartphone, you can plug it in and shoot, but it gets hot, it gets overheating. GoPro gets hot, but it's not gonna tell me it's overheating. So so for GoPro, you can plug the power and use it at the same time. Excellent, especially when you do videos like this. Like I have been talking for a while. If it run out of battery, I don't have to worry about it. I just plug the Type-C cable to GoPro and then plug it to my car. I'll be just fine. This is the kind of thing that you need with any devices that you want to do video recording with. If you're going to have video recording function, you'll be the best to include some sort of a power source for the users, whether if it's a point and shoot camera, if it's a DSLR, or if it's smartphone. You gotta be able to have this function. And this overheating thing on the cell phone, come on. Anyway, that's besides the point. So GoPro is really good for this kind of stuff. Well, I think that's my overview about the GoPro 8 Hero. Now, just to recap, excellent quality. And the cons would be, nighttime performance, not so good. Unless if you can have it extremely still, you can set it out extremely still. It should be okay, I guess. I don't really know. Oh, you can't see that, but you can hear that. Anyway, here's another thing. Some people are talking about how the GoPro 8's front camera glass is not removable compared to the previous versions, like the GoPro 7 and before. I didn't have old GoPro, so I really wouldn't know the difference. But then I understand the concern. If it breaks, then you cannot switch it out. I mean, the front glass. So I do have a protective screen over the front glass. I don't know how well that will do. But then I suppose I just trust GoPro on this one. They said it's extremely hard, and yeah, I just had to go with it. Yeah, so it's been a lot of fun to play with GoPro 8. Should have got it a lot earlier. It makes life so much easier too to do those kind of videos. So yeah, more videos will be recorded with GoPro in the future. This will be fun. Yeah, so that's my overview. I guess that's all I want to say about GoPro at this point. Yeah, so that'll be all for this video. And I'll see you next time. Take care.